Hi, 1 Hour Smart Home here, and today we're going to review the Simplisafe Camera. So I've got a Simplisafe camera here. This is a Wi-Fi camera, so you plug it in and it connects to your Wi-Fi network and then connects to the Simplisafe app to allow you to view footage and watch recorded footage that is either triggered by the motion sensor or an event with your Simplisafe Security System. So you can use it as a standalone camera or you can use it as part of your Simplisafe Security System. And we'll get into the monitoring plans and how that works a little bit more, but let's go into the features of the camera. So it allows you to record videos which are then stored in the cloud on the Simplisafe app. There is no local storage on the Simplisafe camera. It is all in the cloud and you can access it via the app. It also has two-way communication, so it will allow you to both hear what's going on through the camera, but if you are in the Simplisafe app, you can also speak to someone through the camera because it does have a microphone and a speaker. Now, one really interesting thing about the Simplisafe camera that I really haven't seen on a lot of other smart home cameras is that it has what's called a privacy shutter. And the first couple times that I got this out and was testing it, I couldn't understand why the camera was so loud every time I turned it on. And I don't know if you can see this, but there is a white shutter that currently covers the camera. So I'm going to turn the camera on for live viewing and you'll be able to see this camera shutter retract. So the first couple times that I was using this, I couldn't understand what the clicking noise was when I used the Simplisafe camera. Well, it is that privacy shutter. So that is a unique feature with the Simplisafe camera. If you want to make sure that you're having some privacy, you can verify that that privacy shutter is down and know that nothing is being recorded. Now, the Simplisafe camera does have built-in motion detection. There is a little sensor down here at the bottom, and that is what's going to trigger recording of the Simplisafe video camera, as well as events, or if you are viewing the camera live and you want to press record, it will record that video footage too and store it in the cloud. But primarily, motion triggered events from this motion sensor built into the Simplisafe camera are what trigger the camera to record video. Now, it also has night vision capability, so you can see what's going on at night. It does have 720 resolution, and that's one downside I kind of see to this camera because a lot of the competing products have 1080 HD resolution. Now, there's not a huge difference when you're viewing the camera versus one of the competitors, but I do feel like in 2020, a 1080 HD resolution is just something that I've come to expect, and I wish it was included as a feature on this camera. Now, the Simplisafe camera is designed as an indoor camera. There is no Simplisafe Outdoor Camera option. However, they do offer a Simplisafe Wetsuit, as they call it, or a Simplisafe protective cover that allows you to use this Simplisafe camera outside or outdoors. And that is what it's designed to do. Now, that cover does cost an extra 20 bucks and just wraps around the camera so that it can be used outside and is more water resistant. I think the wetsuit idea for the Simplisafe camera is unique. I'm just not sure about the long-term viability of that, considering most other manufacturers for security cameras that go outdoors have very robust housings that seem to really be designed to seal the elements out of a camera. Now, I just don't know about the long-term experience of a Simplisafe camera being used outdoors. So if you do, go ahead and share that in the comments. Now, the Simplisafe camera does have a couple different options for video storage. So if you want to get this as a standalone camera without the Simplisafe Security System and base station, you can do so and use this on its own. Just connect it to Wi-Fi and the Simplisafe app. And that cost is currently $4.99 a month for 30 days worth of recording of motion triggered footage and whatever else you decide to record while you're in that live view setting and press the record feature. Now, if you get the Simplisafe base station or alarm system and you choose the premium professional level monitoring package, which is at this current time $24.99, which includes Alexa and Google Home Control, as well as remote control of Simplisafe from the app, you automatically get video storage for up to 10 Simplisafe cameras included as part of that plan that is $24.99 a month with the video storage for 30 days for whatever footage you record on those 10 cameras. Now, a unique feature of the Simplisafe camera system when set up with the Simplisafe alarm system and professional monitoring is that there is an option for alarm verification with the Simplisafe camera. So what this is if your alarm is triggered for whatever reason, it gives the alarm monitoring center the ability to view the live stream footage from your Simplisafe camera when the alarm is triggered, so that they can dispatch first responders quicker to your home if they verify on that live video footage that something is happening. Now, some people might be okay with that. Some people might feel that is a little bit of an invasion of privacy, but you can make that choice in the app if you want that alarm verification, where the Simplisafe monitoring station has the ability to look at the live video footage from your Simplisafe camera to more quickly dispatch first responders if there is an issue. So that's really up to you if you want to do that. And another feature of the Simplisafe video camera is that it does have this status indicator light that will blink to let you know when the camera is live or recording. So if you are interested in privacy in knowing what's happening, that status light will let you know what's going on. Now, setting up the Simplisafe camera was fairly easy. I just plugged it in and followed the instructions on the app. Now, we've got a video on how to set up your Simplisafe camera. If you want to watch that, you can go ahead and look in the links below. But one thing to note about setting up the Simplisafe camera is that it does connect to a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network rather than a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. Now, most modern routers have both a 5 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz wireless band on them, and sometimes you can have issues getting 2.4 gigahertz devices to connect to that 2.4 band in your wireless router if you have a dual band router. But what you need to do is just disable that 5 gigahertz network while you're getting it set up, and typically that will solve the issue. Now let's look at some of the video footage for the Simplisafe camera and how the app functions and some of the features that you can adjust within the app for the Simplisafe camera. Now, once we're in the settings menu, all we need to do to watch a camera live is go ahead and click the watch live option, and then we're going to get the live stream of the Simplisafe camera. So if you want to talk to somebody on the other side or use two-way communication, you just hold down this microphone button and you can hear that the camera and I am communicating, so you can talk and listen to whoever's on the other side of the camera, so that can be useful in some situations. Now, let's say you're watching this live and you want to record something. You just go ahead and press the record button, and it's going to record a clip here, and you'll be able to access that later in the timeline. So I'm just going to stop that recording. But if you want to see the clips that are recorded when motion is triggered, or the clips from when you record, you just go to this timeline, and you're going to be able to see all these different clips that are recorded in here and review those, play those, share those, or download those. So it takes a minute for them to load up here, but you can see the videos that have been saved and stored in the cloud. So I'm just going to go back here, and now if you want to adjust some of the settings on the Simplisafe camera, you click in the upper right hand corner here and you can choose the camera. So I'm just going to choose the downstairs camera. Now, you can also see below that there is the video verification feature, which gives the Simplisafe alarm monitoring station temporary access to your video camera when an alarm is triggered, so they can verify if first responders should be called. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and click on the downstairs camera, and you can see some of the different settings here. So you can click on the privacy shutter, and you have different settings for the privacy shutter here, and you can adjust them based on your preferences. So right now, all of the modes have the privacy shutter closed except for when I'm away from my home. So that means when I'm in my house, there is no video recording, and that privacy shutter gives me that extra level of privacy to make sure everything is fine and I'm not getting recorded. Now we're going to go ahead and click on the motion detection option. You can toggle motion events and motion notifications within the app and adjust the sensitivity of the motion sensor on the Simplisafe camera. You can also adjust the picture quality, so you can see that it has 720 or 480p. And the advantage of 720 is that you're going to get higher quality video, and the 480 is for faster loading and streaming if you're having problems with your Wi-Fi network. It uses less data. It's less clear, but it uses less data, so you could go down to that 480 if you needed to, if you're having bandwidth problems with your Wi-Fi network. Or my recommendation would just be get a Wi-Fi network that can handle the bandwidth and capacity. So we're going to go ahead and click OK here. Now we're going to scroll down to the next option, which is night vision, and just go ahead and click on this. We have it on auto night vision. This is what I recommend. But if you're using it somewhere where it's constantly dark, you could turn the night vision on. Or if you don't have any issues where you're not going to have any night vision problems, you can just turn it off. So it is nice that they give you that feature. We're just going to click OK here. Now the mic and audio option has a slider here, and you can just mute the camera so it will not record sound, and you can also not speak through it. And there is a status light, so if you don't want that status light on when you're recording, you can go ahead and turn that off or toggle it off. So those are the features for the Simplisafe camera, and that is how you use the Simplisafe camera on the Simplisafe app. Now, overall, if you have a Simplisafe security system and you want to add video recording, the Simplisafe camera gives you that option. And if you're paying for that premium plan at $24.99 a month, you're going to get the video recording included for free for up to 10 Simplisafe cameras. So there is a pretty big value proposition there if you don't want to pay an extra monthly cost for a video camera and video storage, because most of the competing cameras out there do still require some kind of monthly cost for video storage and recording. So that's something to think about there in terms of the monthly cost. Now, the detractors that I see for the Simplisafe camera is that it is only 720 resolution instead of 1080 HD, but it still gets the job done. The only other thing is that it is not an outdoor camera out of the box, but you can upgrade the Simplisafe camera to be a Simplisafe Outdoor Camera if you use that Simplisafe Wetsuit, which we're going to include a link to that below. So once again, if you've had experience using your Simplisafe camera outdoors, or you know somebody else that has, please go ahead and leave the comments below so that other people can see how that works. I think if you have a Simplisafe system and you're paying for professional monitoring and you want to add video capability, the Simplisafe cameras do offer you an option. Now, there are competing security systems out there that do offer a lower monthly cost for both professional monitoring and video storage, and there are cameras that are about in the same range if you use it as a standalone video storage and video monitoring device. However, those prices may fluctuate in the future, and if you have a Simplisafe system already, I see that's where you get the most value out of adding a Simplisafe cam to your setup, or a Simplisafe outdoor cam with that Simplisafe outdoor cover, if you want to maximize the features you're getting out of your security system, but not increase the additional costs for video monitoring. Because if you get that premium monitoring plan for $24.99 a month, the video storage for 10 Simplisafe cams is included. So I think that's the value proposition of the Simplisafe cam. There are obviously other cameras out there with more capabilities and better resolution, but if you already have a Simplisafe system, or you're deciding to use a Simplisafe security system, then I think that's kind of the niche where the Simplisafe camera falls into play, where you have everything all on one app, your Simplisafe alarm and your Simplisafe security camera. So thank you for watching this video. Please give us that thumbs up. If you want to support us, please subscribe, click any of the links below, or you can buy us a coffee. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.